Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Wealth and Christ Show, a show where we inspire the masses to become financially free without compromising their faith. Today's episode will be about you're only as successful as the systems you have in place. In other words, you cannot become successful, you can't expect greatness out of you if you don't have the proper systems that will position you, that will allow you to be successful, that will allow you to be great. For example, success in finance or success in any aspect of life is not about luck, but it's about consistent, intentional action that leads to long-term results. So if your finance is not where you want it to be, it's not about just working hard. It's about putting in place better systems that allow you to achieve your goals. So for example, if you have a goal to save $1,000 this year, if you do 1,000 divided by 12, that means you have to save about $83.33 every month in order to reach $1,000 by the end of the year. And one system you can put in place, since we're talking about system, is that every time you get paid, you can have a reoccurring transfer of $83 leaving your checking account. Let's say your check goes in your checking account, leaving your checking account going into a high yield saving accounts. So $83 is leaving your account every month into a high yield saving account. And just before we go, I just want to mention this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion on how you can go about saving $1,000 if your goal is to save $1,000. And you can use the same format. Let's say it's $10,000 divided by 12, and you know how much you will have to put away, which probably be about $833.33 a month in order to have $10,000 at the end of the year. Is that a system is a structured way of achieving your desired outcome. So whatever it may be, whether you want to save, whether you want to invest, whether you want to budget, you can only be as successful as the systems you have in place. And when it comes to financial freedom, not having systems will feel like money is just slipping through your hands. You won't be able to tell me how you spend your last paycheck or how you spend your last 6 months. At the end of the year, the financial goals that you may have had, you may not have achieved those goals. An example where financial success came from putting systems in place can be found in Genesis chapter 41. And this is where Joseph basically created a 7 year plan as a result of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, leader of Egypt, who had a dream of 7 years of abundance followed by a 7 year famine. So Joseph created this plan where they would store a certain amount of grains during a good year. They will store a certain amount of grains during a good year that will be used to survive the famine. So that system not only saved Egypt, but made them wealthy. Because during the famine, other nations would come to Egypt and they was able to sell some of these grain to make money. And as well to have money for their own people. And this story about how Joseph saved Egypt is a great example that God will give you insight. But without a financial system, you will waste an opportunity. Without a system in place, you will waste it. There's a lot of systems that you can put in place, especially when you're financial journey. One system that you can put in place on a financial journey is where you have a budget. And a budget is basically telling you, it's giving you an insight of where your money is going to. It's allowing you to decide, how much money do you want to go towards bills. It's letting you decide how much money you want to go towards saving. How much money do you want to go towards investing? Do you need to cut back on your spending? Do you need to look into percentage again, increase, working overtime? Do you need to look into again a side hustle in order to make ends meet? A budget allows you to have an insight of where you are, your financial state. And a scripture that comes to mind is Proverbs 27:23, where it states, "Be diligent to know the state of your flock and attend to your herd." And today, this means knowing the state of your finance. And you can use an app, you can use a spreadsheet to track your income and expense. And also set automatic transfers to save each month. So following a percentage system, whether it's 50%, 50, 30, 20, a budget rule, it can be 90-10, it can be a zero budget. Find a budget that works for you. That's one thing that's very important when you're in this financial journey. Find a budget that works for you and stick to it. Because this is part of building a system that will allow you to become financially free. Another system you have to put in place is a system where you learn Another system you have to play is a learning system. A study done by Tom Crowley states that the average millionaire reads 2 books a month. Another system you can put in place is an investment system. So as we know, there's so many different asset classes that you can go about investing, whether it's stock market, whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto. And there's so many businesses, investing in people's businesses, angel investing. There's so many different ways you can go about growing your money. But it's important to have a system in place. And I like to use a stock market as a great way to start. So if you want to invest, let's say you have a goal of let's say you have a goal to retire by 65 or to retire by 60. You can go online and find retirement account calculator, and you can tell it, you can put the information in of how much money you have currently saved. How much money you would like to spend during retirement. you know, you put in the annual percentage that you expect the market to do. Annually, this market does about 8 to 10%. You also got to calculate for inflation, which would be at 3%. And based on that calculation, you may realize that you need to put away $200 every month, $300 every month to get to that point, to get to that number, which wherever it may be $1 million, maybe $2 million, where you can retire comfortably and spend X amount of dollars in order to take care of yourself and also have extra. So if the calculator is telling you to save $200 or $300 a month, you can have that to be a reoccurring thing that happens every month, where $200 or $300 come out your saving or checking account that goes right into your broker's account, which then in your broker's account you will also will have a reoccurring recurring buy, whether it's into ETF or specific individual stocks that you believe in. So that way your money is growing. And that way you never miss a month of investing. Your money is constantly on the move. Your money is constantly growing. It's important to put every dollar in your account to work. That's the only way you're going to reach financial freedom. And let's say you want to give more. Maybe that's what you want to do more this year. You can also set reoccurring payments going out to your church or going out to our organization, whether it be $10, $20, that will allow you to give every paycheck. And this is systems that you should put that will happen, systems that will run, without you thinking twice. Because you can just open your bank account and say, on the 15th of every month, X amount of dollars should be going out. X amount of dollars should you know, be going to charity. If you want to be paying tithes, if you constantly get like a salary, you can basically, and you don't get paid over time, you can basically calculate how much money you will be getting paid for the whole year after taxes or before taxes, whichever one that you want to give tithes from, and have that tithe come out your account every so often. You get paid. So this way you don't have to worry about tithe. It's automatically doing. The system is automatically running in place. There's so many other places you can put systems in. Whether it is you want to read more to learn more about the financial market, understand the financial market. You can have a system in place where you read one book every month. It states that the average millionaire reads about 2 books. So every month you should read a new book. And like I've said before, if you want to increase your knowledge, um, if you want to increase your knowledge, increase your knowledge and understanding as a person, increase your knowledge as a person, understanding of how to go about living life, especially when it comes to this financial, um, on this journey becoming financial way. You can read the Bible from front to back, and you will find so many financial gems. Which many books that you will read, they take these gems from the Bible and add it to their books. If you read the Bible, you can gain so much wisdom on how to better manage your finance, but how to better steward your finance. And if you're reading one book a month, it will basically take you about 5 years to read the Bible. And during that 5 year, will gain so much knowledge because you have seen so many different scenarios that have played out, especially when it comes to finance, that you can apply to your own specific life. Whether it's Joseph, whether it's Solomon, whether it's like you see there's so many different examples. There's so many different financial gems that you can find in the Bible. There's stated to be over 2,000 verses that talks about money in the Bible. And just to sum it up, it's important to have systems in place. So if you don't have any systems in place, you can't expect anything to be done. Because life is always happening. So the importance of having systems in place and ones that run automatically that runs automatically as soon as you put it in place is that it relieves the stress and burden of you having to remember to invest. It relieves the stress of you remembering, you want to give. It relieves the stress of you trying to figure out what to do next, or how you should go about managing money. It relieves you of that stress once you have systems in place. And as you make more money, or as life happens, as you experience life, you can always change your systems. You may be investing $200 now, but by the time you decide to have kids, you may want to invest only $100 because your expenses are more. Now your goal may be trying to save for a car, so you have a system in place. But that same system that you put in to save for a car can also be used to save for a down payment for a house. That same system can be used for so many to save money save money to go on vacation. A lot of the system that you would use can be replicated and can be used for different things. And the better your system, the more specific your systems are to your particular lifestyle, and because you're the one creating it, so it should be as specific as possible. Life, this journey to become financially free gets a little bit much easier once you have systems in place. As always, I hope this bless you guys. I hope this encourage you guys. And the scripture that I want to leave you guys with, I would like to leave you guys with, is Proverbs 13:11, which states, "Wealth gained dishonestly will be diminished, but who gathers by labor will increase." And just to remind us that building wealth takes time. Don't rush to build wealth. Yes, you always got to make tweaks here and there to your systems, but trust the systems. The systems are there to help you succeed. Your systems are there to allow you to reach your goals much quicker. Trust the process. Don't look for shortcuts. Trust the process. Don't look to do things illegally. As scripture is saying here, wealth came dishonestly. Don't look for those kind of options. Trust the process where you invest, you're getting paid for your job, getting paid for your business, and invest it. And continue that same cycle. As you continue to grow and your systems continue to get better, you will reach your goal of becoming financially free. As always, I hope this bless you guys. I hope this encourage you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Stay blessed.